All right. Today we are discussing types of resume. Types of resume. So there are different types of resume, which we all somehow we need something or the other, one type or the other. And different people, different skill sets, they need different types of resumes. So as it is said, that preparing a perfect resume can be an onerous task, can be a daunting task, can be a very difficult task. And of course, it requires a lot of skill. So there are numerous types of resumes depending upon the circumstances and the prospective market. And there are various opinions on the types of resume. And which one will suit your requirement, you have to take care of that. Everyone has a different work history, different skill set, and educational background. So one resume cannot fit all. So as it is said, there is no one size fits all. As a concept ही नहीं. When it comes to writing and sharing a resume, you have to be very particular about your capabilities, your skills, your achievements, your experience. Amidst all these opinions, it is very difficult to choose the type and its formats carefully. But if you are able to choose the correct format as per your position, half of the work is done. So to help you, we shall let you know some of the formats which can be useful to write your resume. A resume is your passport to your job. A well-drafted resume can give you very good results. Since you are all aware what a resume is and why do you need one, it is imperative, it is important to understand how many sorts of resume can be developed. Depending upon several views, there can be 3 to 4 specific categories in which a resume can be developed. Now, the question was, discuss the various types of resume, whether there's exam or not. You need to know what are the different types so that it can help you to maintain a perfect balance between you. A resume is a bridge which will take you to the job of your dreams. So the first is the chronological resume, and which is very popular. And this is a very popular format used by many candidates. As you can understand by the name, a chronological resume focuses on the sequential history of your work. This is mostly presented in reverse chronological sequence as it starts with the recent first. सबसे पहले आप डालेंगे तो you are pursuing BCA from CIMAGE College. उसके बाद the recent will be the first. This means that the resume will start with the current work and will go back and will go back. This type of resume allows you to show your work history well. It works well if you have not changed jobs very frequently and could stick to 2-3 organizations maximum. But since you are a fresher, you will not be doing this. So this format shows your growth, your career path, and upward progression well. Since this is the conventional kind of resume, it is preferred mostly by the candidates and the recruiters. And This gives a clear picture of your work history. It becomes easy for hiring a manager to understand if the resume is developed in a chronological format. So you will be preferring the chronological resume. So in what happens in this kind of resume? In chronological format, the flow of information would start from your name, contact information, resume summary. Resume summary means your objective, which can also be called as profile synopsis or summary. Then comes your employment details. Since you're a fresher, you will not be needing this. Yes, but if you have done some internship, you can include that. Your tenure of your internship, name of the organization, and your designation in each organization, or your work profile, whatever you did in your part-time job, if you have one, or your internship or whatever. Each organization is divided into two sections: role and achievements. Then comes core skills. It means what are your core skills, wherein 6 to 9 skills are enlisted, which are most relevant post this comes now. Educational training. इसके बाद क्या आता है आपका educational training, your certifications. If you have done, then the last section is the personal details, in which you can state your date of birth, address, and the language that you know. So this is how you're going to prepare, as it is जिस तरह से लिखा हुआ है उसी तरह से. Now many people say, why do I write my personal details? It is necessary. So, and then comes the functional resume. तो आपको क्या करना है? You are going to take care of the which format will you be using? Yes, you will be using the chronological resume. And for your information, the second number is the functional. By the way, how many of you have made your resume? Your resume, your objective, have you made? बनाया किसी ने? हेलो? नहीं बनाया है तो आप बनाएंगे. और किस तरह से बनाएंगे? Chronological. Second comes the functional resume. Does anybody know what is a functional resume?
मैम जो स्किल पे ज्यादा फोकस करेगी.
हाँ, something which is functional. Functional का मतलब क्या होता है? What is functional English? English which you will be requiring in your job, in your personal, in your office, home front, domestic front, official front. So a functional resume. A functional resume is mostly used when you do not want to emphasize on your work history date-wise. Rather, you highlight your skills and areas of expertise. You are not going to trace back कब से कब तक कहाँ काम किया है क्या नहीं, which is also very important. But you pay more attention to more emphasis on your work skills. Work history date-wise, rather you will care about, you will be focusing more about your highlights. You will highlight your skills and areas of expertise. In a functional resume, your skills of competencies are given more priority. They will not be bothered about what you have done in which company for how many years, for how many months. But yes, they will be interested in a functional resume. All your expertise, your skills will be highlighted. Something which is you are doing, you're expert at. People who have switched jobs very frequently or have changed careers should ideally go with this format, as this does not emphasize on many organizations that you worked for instead. Instead, you should highlight your key skills which you have gained while working with these organizations. Though this is not for you, but then you need to know. So this format is ideal if you have career gaps. For example, so you have worked in some company for a few years and then you have taken a sabbatical, फिर आपने join किया, there's a gap in your career. So ये gap, what did you use this gap for? You use this gap for training yourself, for your self-work or self-training program, how you have developed more and more. So functional format is a skill-based functional format, skill-based. And functional formats also start with your name, contact number. How will you write this? Your name, contact details, but unlike the chronological resume, after your profile summary, there will be skill sections which will have all the relevant skills which is required for the job you're applying for. This format de-emphasizes on your job switch. Rather the focus of recruiters will be mostly to your skills section. They will be, if it's a functional, they will be only looking at the skill sections of your resume. So this particular section shows that the transferable skills which you are having will be beneficial to your potential organization. How you can adjust, how your skills can be instrumental, can be beneficial for the company you are applying for. So this format works best for those who have changed careers or who have a gap in their career. People who are working as freelancers in several companies at the same time can also use functional resume format. The only disadvantage of this format is that for some recruiters, it is a little confusing, as sometimes it becomes difficult to connect between skills and the organizations they have been acquired. So functional, in a nutshell, you can say that functional skills are skill-based resumes. Third is the combination resume. What is a combination resume? Combination already means it is a blend of some one or two. Refers as mixed resumes. Combination, this is also referred as a mixed resume where you are combining, blending. As the name suggests, it is a good amalgamation of both the kinds of explained about chronological and a functional resume. So this is a blend of combination, is a blend of chronological and a functional resume. Chronological and functional formats both are blended in a perfect manner to make this combination resume. This format talks about your skills, your experience first, and your employment history comes next. तो सबसे पहले क्या बनाएंगे इसमें आप? Your skills and experience come first, and then your employment history. Employment history का मतलब होता है किस समय से किस समय तक कहाँ काम किया है, या how you have developed while walking through a lot of some organization where you have worked. किस कंपनी में क्या क्या सीखा है आपने? The combination resume these days are becoming desired and acceptable as it appropriately takes care of both the front. It takes care of your chronological and it takes care of your skill set. Both the fronts, right? Your work history as well as your skills. The combination format resume helps in focusing on your skills and accomplishments while providing a timeline of your work history till date. What do you mean timeline of history? कब से कब तक कहाँ क्या किया है, कब से कब तक इंटर्नशिप किया है, कब से कब तक एक पार्ट टाइम जॉब किया आपने. That will your combination resume can come later in life. So, this format comes in handy when you have done the same kind of work in more than 2 organizations, and yet you do not want the monotonous repetition of job description. What is monotonous? The same kind of repetitions of job descriptions. So this format works well if you are going through the same kind of scenario. But make sure in combination format, the summary of your profile should be strong should be strong enough, which is clearly depicting your skills and achievements in field. So your resume should lead with a strong career summary. While writing experience sections, you should focus more on your achievements rather than job responsibilities and day-to-day duties. Avoid any redundant and unnecessary details. Keep it concise, but then it should be detailed but concise. Leave out things which are not relevant to your targeted profile. This format is also good for those who had a career break due to any reason, and now they are planning to re-enter the job market. This generally happens because of the lockdown or whatever. It is happening, and people are getting forced to write this kind of resumes. So any break due to any reason, so this is good for them. This will allow them to stress more upon their skill set that they can offer instead of talking about their career gaps or transitory work history. So the combination resume, the functional, the chronological, and now the targeted resume. Name क्या बता रहा है? Targeted resume. What does it mean? This is a customized version of a resume. It provides details regarding your experience and core skills in accordance with the requirement. मतलब जैसा requirement है उसी तरह का आपका resume बना हुआ है. Tailor made, right for the job. So it is a customized version of a resume which provides details regarding your experience and core skills in accordance with the requirements of the job for which you are applying for. It means this resume is tailor-made for this job. A targeted resume essentially focuses on outlining the qualifications and proven abilities across the career to mirror the job opening, but care must be taken in ensuring that the information which is shared needs to be accurate as far as possible and not embellished. It means whatever you're writing, it should be correct. Otherwise, you may get in trouble. Resume में अगर कोई गलत आपने लिखा है, if ever, don't you ever dare to write something which is not true, then you're going to land up in great trouble. You can be blacklisted if you do this. One of the major limitations of this type of resume is it is very time consuming due to the customization element involved in it. Now tell me, what is the difference between the three types of resume? What is the difference between the three types of resumes?
मैम क्रोनोलॉजिकल रिज्यूमे था, इसमें मैम हम इंट्रोडक्शन से ओपन करते हैं और ओवरव्यू देते हैं अपने पर्सनल हिस्ट्री का, रिवर्स ऑर्डर में.
ठीक है, रिवर्स में. उसके बाद क्या बताए थे?
फंक्शनल रिज्यूमे.
फंक्शनल का मतलब बताइए. What is the meaning of functional resume?
दिस रिज्यूमे में अपने स्किल के बारे में हम सिर्फ इंफॉर्मेशन देते हैं.
स्किल के बारे में देते हैं और कहाँ से कब तक काम किया कोई इसको मायने नहीं रखता.
वर्किंग
Your focus is on your skill, है ना? What is the combination resume?
मैम जो फंक्शनल और क्रोनोलॉजिकल रिज्यूमे दोनों को कंबाइन करने पर मैम एक कॉम्बिनेशन रिज्यूमे होता है मैम, एक तरीके से.
हाँ, टारगेटेड सबसे क्या होता है? सबसे क्या लिमिटेशन है? बहुत टाइम कंज्यूमिंग होता है और टेलर मेड होता है. जैसे इस जॉब के लिए बस ऐसे ही होना चाहिए, एकदम फिट फॉर द जॉब, नथिंग एक्स्ट्रा, नथिंग लेस, नथिंग मोर. टारगेटेड रिज्यूमे. Now, the fifth comes the mini resume. The word mini means the mini resume offers a snapshot or a brief history of the key highlights of your career, your core skills and qualifications, certifications which you have acquired. It may work well under those circumstances when a prospective employer asks for just an overview of your career accomplishment instead of a detailed description which is usually presented in a regular resume. तो इसमें एक brief देना होता है, snapshot देना होता है. Tell me something about your work experience. You can say, yes, I have people who have worked for more than 35 years. They will say, yeah, I've been working for more than 35 years in this company or whatever. It will just give a brief description about their overall skills, overall qualification, overall core skills. So mini already means in short. The last is the non-traditional resume, something which is not traditional. So technical hota hai ye. This kind of resume makes extensive use of graphics, photos, visuals, images, and various impressive templates. So, in the contemporary scenario, visual resumes are in trend and increasingly being demanded by the recruiters. Why? Because it has a lot of graphics, it has pictures, it has images, visuals, whatnot. That is why today it is demanded. Especially for IT and various other technical positions. So non-traditional means technical. We can also call it a technical resume. And it is used for technical positions, especially for IT and various other technical positions. How will you create this? So there could be many other formats as well as used by candidates based on their needs and their circumstances. But most commonly, these three sorts of formats are the ones which are being used predominantly by job seekers. So which one is good for you? Would you work on this non-technical, non-traditional resume, or will you go for a functional, or would you go for a chronological, or a combination? So I told you about the 6 types of resumes. Can somebody summarize it? Let us start with the last first. What is a non-traditional resume? And what is the importance of a non-traditional resume? I just listened to just one boy who is speaking. The rest of you, what? Are you sleeping? Hello, please tell me what is a non-traditional resume? And how is the different from a mini resume?
मैम इस रिज्यूमे में मैम हम इंफॉर्मेशन से विजुअल के बेसिस पे देते हैं मैम, इमेज के ग्राफ इसके बेसिस पे देते हैं, रिटर्न के बेसिस पे नहीं देते.
अभी तो बहुत demanded है because you're supposed to send some work which you have done. आपने कोई website develop किया है उसको भेजिए. It is supported. IT is always support. You can always support your skills with visuals, images, photos. Right. चलिए, what is the mini resume? Non-traditional जान गया. This is for IT. Mini resume क्या होता है? कहाँ यूज करेंगे इसको आप? When the recruiter is asking for just a brief description of your skill set. Please speak. This is a very unresponsive class. Have you understood any question?
इसमें मिनी रिज्यूमे मैम
क्या ये एक स्नैपशॉट की तरह होता है, एक ब्रीफ समरी की तरह होता है।
ओके
ठीक है, नेम तो
मैम
रहता है, योर नेम इज देयर, योर कॉन्टैक्ट, एवरीथिंग विल रिमेन द सेम एक्सेप्ट यू विल जस्ट राइट अ ब्रीफ समरी अबाउट योर career, about your core skills, about your qualification. Snapshot समझते हो ना? A snapshot.
यस मैम
हाँ, in a very brief,
समरी ऑफ योर
हाँ, a summary of your entire. अभी अभी
वर्किंग
पूछेंगे कि what
हिस्ट्री
is the summary of your skill set? तो क्या लिखोगे? अभी तुमको कहेंगे write a summary of your, give me a snapshot of your core skills and qualification,
मिनी
certification.
रिज्यूमे
What will you write? क्या लिखोगे तुम बताओ?
मिनी रिज्यूमे इसके
हाँ, मेरी रिज्यूमे लिखोगे, तुम क्या क्या डालोगे इसमें? What will you will
इसमें
include your
वर्किंग हिस्ट्री और एजुकेशनल हिस्ट्री और
and
एक्सपीरियंस वो लिख देंगे मैम
अभी तुम्हारा क्या एक्सपीरियंस है? तुम्हारा
मैम
एक्सपीरियंस है that you have attended a lot of workshops. अभी तक का जो समरी है, क्या क्या कर सकते हो? यू आर इन सेकंड सेमेस्टर ऑफ BCA AKU सेकंड सेम।
यस
अभी तक का तुम्हारा समरी क्या है? अपना स्किल सेट बताओ अभी, टेल मी राइट नाउ।
यस मैम एजुकेशनल हिस्ट्री लिख देंगे मैम 10th 12th
आप बताओ ना क्या लिखोगे?
यस मैम 10th में मैम कितना मार्क्स आया कहाँ से किया और 12th में कितना मार्क्स आया
मतलब
और
तुम
कहाँ
यही, हाँ, क्या लिखोगे? और अभी सेमेस्टर में फर्स्ट सेमेस्टर से लेकर सेकंड
यस
सेमेस्टर अभी तक
सब एडिशनल
टिल
जो
डेट क्या क्या स्किल तुम्हारा डेवलप हो चुका है?
यस मैम प्रोग्रामिंग स्किल मैम सब कम्युनिकेशन स्किल और कुछ मैम इसे यही सब लिख दें
बस यही समझ दोगे, मतलब कि कोर स्किल्स और क्या? तो इंटरव्यू बहुत कम समय में जान जाएगा आपके बारे में, कंप्लीट डिटेल्स, राइट?
यस
So that is how it's called. It offers a snapshot of a brief summary of your skills. Why just only one person is talking? I do not understand. What are you just doing? Sleeping? So nobody will be marked present in this class since all of you are with your in a sleeping mode. Maybe you need to keep your cameras on. But when you are bent upon hiding yourself from the world, Shashi Kumar, Mr. Ryan, आपने क्या? What have you understood in today's class? What did we discuss today, Ryan? Yes, Ryan. And Mr. Bullet Kumar Tiwari.
Yes, ma'am.
Only one person was responding, Shashi Kumar. He told me the details about what was discussed. Rian, what do you understand by chronological resume? Yes, Bullet Kumar, problem one.
यस मैम, जैसा आप बता रही थी कि जो बैकग्राउंड का जैसे 10th का मार्क्स हो गया और 10th के बाद से हमने कैसे कैसे क्या किया, 12th में कितना परसेंटेज है
वो बताया था chronological में, नहीं तो what have you understood? Rian, सवाल पूछो, then your camera goes off, हाँ?
Yes, ma'am.
Bullet Kumar, what do you mean by functional resume?
आवाज ही नहीं जा रहा है।
हाँ, बिल्कुल आवाज आ रही। बुलेट कुमार बताइए, व्हाट इज फंक्शनल रेज्यूमे?
मैम अभी तो आप यही बता रही थी ना, फंक्शनल रिज्यूमे जो
अभी मैंने कितने रेज्यूमे बताओ तो, हाउ मेनी रेज्यूमे वाज डिस्कस्ड टुडे? You are not there in the class. हर्ष कुमार, आप बताइए, what is the chronological resume?
Yes, ma'am. Chronological resume opens with an introduction and provides an overview of your professional history.
No. And what is a functional resume? Anyways,
Ma'am,
function.
it is formatted to focus on your skills and abilities rather than your chronological work history.
Yeah, very good. What is the mini resume? And what is the non-traditional resume? Bullet Kumar, आप ये तो बता सकते हो. What is the non-traditional resume? You missed out on the technical details. Anybody? अभी इस बच्चे ने बताया. What is the non-traditional resume? Guys, you need to pay attention in class.
Okay, ma'am.
शशि कुमार बताइए, what is the non-traditional resume?
Yes मैम, नॉन ट्रेडिशनल.
हाँ.
जैसे नॉन ट्रेडिशनल रेज्यूमे में मैम हम ग्राफिक मतलब एक तरीके से में इमेज ऐड करते हैं और इमेज के थ्रू हम इंफॉर्मेशन देने का कम से कम में ज्यादा इंफॉर्मेशन देने की कोशिश करते हैं विदाउट
इमेज डालते हैं, ग्राफिक्स डालते
इमेज
हैं.
बेस्ड
और ये अभी
इंफॉर्मेशन.
इतना डिमांड में क्यों है? और इसको कौन लोग यूज करते हैं इसको?
मैम ये ऑर्गेनाइजेशन पर्पस पे ज्यादा यूज होता है.
हाँ, for IT and people who are into IT, they are using this kind of resumes. Pay attention in class. Otherwise, you will not understand what is happening. Varun Kumar,
Yes ma'am.
of the 6 resumes which we discussed today, which one will you be choosing? And why?
Please repeat ma'am.
Of the 6 resume types of resumes discussed today, which one will you be using? Making, sorry. आप कौन सा करेंगे? न्यू करेंगे, नॉन ट्रेडिशनल करेंगे, फंक्शनल करेंगे, टारगेटेड करेंगे, या आप करेंगे क्रोनोलॉजिकल?
मिनी रेज्यूमे.
तो मिनी रेज्यूमे करोगे? Are you sure?
Yes ma'am.
You need to make the chronological resume. Isn't it? Are you there in the class? Were you there in the class?
Yes ma'am.
You were there. Okay. अब मिनी रेज्यूमे के बारे में बात कर रहे हैं. What is the mini resume? बताओ तो. तुम इसको यूज कर रहे हो, करना चाह रहे हो. क्या तुमको क्या इसका अच्छा लगा?
Ma'am, snapshot or brief summary of मतलब our skill.
Can you tell me about? Can you make a snapshot right now? Tell me what are the things you will be including right now in your mini resume?
As you know that
It means tell me quickly something about yourself, about your core skills. क्या बोलना चाहोगे? What will be your answer?
मैम जैसे हम 12th 10th कहाँ से किए हैं और अभी तक मैम कैसा मतलब क्या स्किल डेवलप सब किए हैं तो ब्राइट समरी.
हाँ, तो क्या किया, क्या डेवलप किया? So far what? How you have prepared yourself so far? Tell me, give me a snapshot about your skills. You all should be prepared to speak. If you will not speak, what will happen? Open up, no problem. Don't be nervous. Okay, all of you make a snapshot resume, make a mini resume, and we'll discuss that. And what do you mean by an objective in a resume? वो कहाँ लिखा जाता है? जब तुम resume बनाओगी, you will be writing the objective. What is the objective? I'm giving you one assignment. Yes, Varun Kumar, are you answering?
Yes, ma'am.
हाँ, अपने बारे में बताओ. Tell us about your skill set, your experience, your skill set, your expertise.
मैम जैसे कि
हाँ,
आफ्टर फर्स्ट सेम सेकंड मतलब मैम फर्स्ट सेम का रिजल्ट आया और सेकंड सेम में हम लोग पढ़ रहे हैं, उसका भी एग्जाम होगा. तो इसमें हम लोग जो स्किल डेवलप किए हैं जैसे कि क्वालिफिकेशन, एजुकेशन और अपना मतलब जो भी अभी तक में किए हैं तो उसको सबको मिनी रिज्यूमे में डालना है.
तो पहले जान तो जाओ कि क्या डालना है हमको, किस तरह से डालना है, किस तरह से उसको बनाना है, कौन सा चीज पहले डालना है, कौन सा चीज बाद में डालना है. You will learn by doing. जब तक कि करोगे नहीं, समझोगे नहीं, you start doing it. ठीक है?
Yes, ma'am.
And in the next class, we'll discuss about some issues which somebody raised about some grammar sections, which, like, I was going to talk about the types of conjunctions. That's it.